Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matt, I am the American-Canadian Gamer, and welcome to your weekly Q&A for Saturday, November 9th of 2013. The gameplay footage in the background is, of course, Call of Duty Ghosts. I've been playing a lot of it lately, just really trying to unlock everything as quickly as possible, so I don't have to worry about that from here on out. I can just have everything unlocked and have it ready for videos. But I'm actually going to go ahead and answer a question that is related to Call of Duty. I'm going to go ahead and get this one out of the way. And this is one a lot of people have been asking me. I've been seeing it in videos and personal messages. Just a lot of people are asking, hey Matt, why aren't you doing more Battlefield? Where's the Battlefield? Why are you doing so much Call of Duty? And basically the answer to that is really simple. Battlefield 4 just isn't working for everybody on PC right now, and I'm one of those people. The game just isn't stable. It crashes a lot, there's a lot of server disconnects, there's a lot of little issues that make it very difficult to record videos. I've tried to do live commentaries of it, but I can't sit there for 4 hours trying to get one little 15-minute video out of the game. It isn't plausible. It just doesn't work that way. So that's why there hasn't been any Battlefield, because I can't do it. I can't. The game crashes, there's all sorts of issues that get in the way, and right now you're going to see a lot more Call of Duty. But once DICE get all of their stuff worked out, there's going to be a much better balance of Call of Duty and Battlefield on the channel. Who knows, maybe it'll work out for the better in the end, but right now that's how it's going to be until DICE gets all of the kinks worked out of Battlefield 4. And also forgive me if I sound a little weird this week, my throat's a little bit sore, and I've been having a lot of issues just speaking properly, so forgive me if I sound a little bit weird. Okay, our first question is from Zion, who asks, what is your most embarrassing moment? Well, about this. Okay, there's a tiny little KFC in town, Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's this tiny little one in town that I can't go back to. And it's not because I'm banned, or because they kicked me out, or the people there don't like me. Well, they may not like me. But it's because of an incident that happened about a month ago. Now, my wife and I like KFC. We like to eat there occasionally. And about a month ago, we went in there and we were going to just get some dinner. We go in there, and the person behind the register, we can't tell if it's a man or a woman. We still don't know to this day. The person looked younger, definitely like high school, like mid to late teens kind of age. So at that point where it could sometimes go either way, and this is the case. So we go up there, we order our food, and then the person asks us, is that everything? And whenever I'm at a restaurant, I'm always very polite to the people. I always say, please, thank you, yes ma'am, yes sir. I'm always very nice because I think it's very wise when someone's handling your food to treat them with a level of common respect because they're handling your food, that and they're doing a thankless job. And it just makes it flow easier. You don't want to be a jerk to these people. They're already working hard enough. You don't need to make it harder for them. But anyways, the person asks, will that be everything? And in my infinite wisdom, I let slip both ma'am and sir back to back. Yeah. I am a total asshole. I mean, I am just a jerk. I was just trying to be nice. I was trying to be just polite and respectful. And I should have just said yes, thank you. But me in my infinite wisdom, in a mix of force of habit and confusion, let both of those slip. I just hung my head, handed the debit card to my wife, and just walked away until we were ready to go. Fortunately, the food was ready really quick, so we just got out of there. And as we were leaving, I looked at my wife and I said, we can never go back there again. And I still have not gone back there. We ate KFC the other night, but my wife and her father went and got it, and I stayed here, and I was like, I am not going back there. So that is my most embarrassing moment. Feel better about yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, because at least you haven't done that. And if you have, I know your pain. Okay, let's move on to our second question here, which is from SPAC, who asks, Halo 5 is planned to be released sometime next year, and I was wondering if you think it's a little too soon for it to be released, and that maybe if it should be pushed back another year or so they could test it more. We all know how Halo 4 turned out, and I'm sure that we hate to see the same mistakes happen to Halo 5. Okay, well, it's kind of interesting that people, have kind of mentioned pushing Halo back because of what happened with Halo 4, and actually, I don't think that's really what they need to do. And I don't think it's what Microsoft is, is going to allow them to do, because Halo 4 wasn't that big of a success. Monetarily, financially, yes, it made a lot of money, but it had no staying power. People forgot about it very, very quickly, and I think that tells Microsoft they don't that Halo is not the big gun that it used to be. It's not the guaranteed moneymaker in the sense that it doesn't have the staying power, the DLC, to make money down the road. And I don't think they're willing to put the money into a 3-year development cycle to produce a game that may not make the returns on that. Because game development's very expensive. You're paying a lot of people, a lot of money, to work a lot of hours for a long time before you see any revenue from that. And that's a lot of investment. And I don't think they're willing to do that. And plus, a 2-year development cycle is very standard. It's very, very standard. It's an industry standard at this point. And I don't think that's going to budge. I know we see delays and stuff like that happens, but I don't think it's going to happen with Halo 5. All Halo 5, in my opinion, really needs to do is hold a public beta. Like they did with Reach. Like a lot of games do. Public betas fix a lot of issues. They're really, really good. If Halo 4 had a beta before it had been released, they would have been aware of their issues before the game was released. They would have seen the connection issues, they would have seen the map imbalances, they would have seen the weapon imbalances. I mean, as soon as that game was released, they knew what was wrong. They knew the DMR was too much. They knew the weapons on the map weren't that well balanced. They knew they had a lot of connection issues, and they started fixing them right away. The thing was, by that point, the damage had been done and people moved on to, like, Call of Duty. They moved on to a game that they knew would at least run. And it just didn't work out for them in that sense. If they'd had a beta, it would have worked because they would have seen the issues and had them mostly fixed or ready to be fixed by launch. And that would have made a big difference. And I'm going to give 343 the benefit of the doubt because Halo 4 was their first game to do by themselves. And I think they've learned a lot from this. It's been a big learning experience for them. And I think it's going to make Halo 5 that much better. But I think it has also showed them that they're not infallible, that they almost didn't last and survive as a studio because of what happened with Halo 4. And I think that it's going to make them take a lot more precautions and probably do a beta for Halo 5. It's not like they haven't done it before. They did it alongside Bungie with the Halo Reach beta. So they know how that works. And they can just do a short 2-week beta, like 4 or 5 months before the game comes out, and just be like, okay, now let's start working on these issues and get everything fixed before the game is released. I think that's the best thing to do. So if they do a beta, I think that will fix a lot of the issues. I don't think they need to push it back. I think they need to get the game out. I think they do. So there you have it, the questions for this week. If you would like to have a question answered on the show, then send them to ACQuestions@yahoo.com. ACQuestions@yahoo.com. Gaming-related questions are preferable, but that one about my most embarrassing moment kind of stuck out to me. So I was like, you know what, why not? So preferably gaming questions, but who knows, you know, your question may get answered. So, as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. My name is Matt, and I'll see you next time.